Gender and Development. Mainstreaming. Gender and Development. By Carolyn Israel-Sobritchea, Ph.D. Gender and Development. What's development? What's gender? How does gender create gender issues? What's SCAD? Why us? Where do we go from here? UpCWS. Development, what's the bottom line? Development is about attaining a full and satisfying life for all. Attaining a full and satisfying life for all is a shared responsibility of everyone regardless of age, sex, religion, ethnicity or class. Of the government as duly mandated authority. Of all individuals and entities who benefit from development or are affected by the lack of it. UpCWS. Of this responsibility. What underlies the performance of this responsibility? UpCWS. For individuals, the performance of this responsibility requires the capacity to do, and the capacity to be. UpCWS. The capacity to do means the ability or power to do productive and satisfying work, to have control over one's income and benefit from it, to enjoy nature and the natural environment, to procreate and rear children, to care for others, to travel in search for opportunities. UpCWS. Because of these, women and men are boxed into situations which constrain their capacity to do and to be, and hinder their potential to attain a full and satisfying life. UpCWS. The capacity to be means the right or opportunity to be knowledgeable and skillful, to be well nourished, to be confident of own abilities, to be comfortable with achievements, independence and power. UpCWS. Women have unique stakes, roles and insights to share in order to attain development objectives such as in sustaining the environment, managing population growth, imparting values that have profound on human progress and economic development. UpCWS. For governments, the responsibility to promote the attainment of a better life for all means helping people develop their abilities and individual strengths, protecting people's rights and creating opportunities for the development of people's abilities and individual strengths, removing all legal and cultural barriers to the attainment of full human development. UpCWS. We are mandated by international treaties/commitments, laws and policies. Gender issues affect all of us. But instead of solving them, we all contribute to their perpetuation. UpCWS. Gender equality and rights applies to the right to own land, manage property, equality in voice, conduct business, travel, be free from physical harm and violence, and be free from security risks, risk of domestic violence and conflict, physical and cultural isolation and marginalization. Source: NCRFW 2003. Mainstreaming Gender in Development Planning Framework and Guidelines. UpCWS. What makes one masculine or feminine? What is gender? What makes one masculine or feminine? Socially determined, culturally defined. Changes across time. Changes across places and cultures. Learned behavior. UpCWS. Gender issues. Problems that women and men experience as a result of society's definitions and expectations about feminine and the masculine roles, rights and capacities. UpCWS. The Philippines situation. Women in poverty. The Philippines situation. 39.2% of the country's 80.2 million population are estimated to live below the poverty line. Its population growth rate is 2.3% annually. considered high by world standards as the ideal rate is around 1% a year. Under conditions of poverty and high population growth, women become a vulnerable group due to their multiple social and responsibilities. UP-CWS. Women in poverty. More than one-third of employed women among the bottom 30% of rural families were unpaid family workers doing agriculture, fishery and forestry work, which was also not officially accounted for nor recognized. Male employment rate was higher at the national level at 92.1% compared with women at 90.6%. UP-CWS. Women in poverty. As child-bearers and homemakers, they carry much of the burden of poverty affecting families and households. As traditional caregivers, they assume primary responsibility not only for the care of children but for other members of the family or household such as the sick, the disabled and the elderly, and, as economic providers, they are tasked to ensure their family's economic security and well-being. UP-CWS. Challenges that lie ahead. Social trends resulting from weak economy. Increase in prostitution. Child trafficking. Breakdown of family ties. UP-CWS. Is about recognizing that gender biases impede development because. Then what is GAD? Is about recognizing that gender biases impede development because they prevent people from attaining their full potentials, which will enable them to become effective contributors to development. UP-CWS. GAD is about being faithful to the principle that development is for all. Fairness and equity demands that everyone in society, whether male or female, has the right to the same opportunities to achieve a full and satisfying life. UP-CWS. GAD focuses on gender relations. Designs developing programs to respond to gender issues. Commits to the goal of gender equality and women's empowerment. UP-CWS.